What up, YouTube? Digital. It's a quick response. Shoppy and French, I agree with you on the whole kill them and castrate them type deal. But now we're talking outside after the offense. They weren't killed during the offense, but afterwards. I would agree with you, but wouldn't that be violating their rights too? So what would be the difference between violating those rights and violating their gun rights? So they can be a nutless wonder. They can go out and still commit felonies and be a nutless wonder and own guns. I don't know. But I agree, yeah, it's easier to kill most of them. We definitely need to do a lot more of the death penalty and faster. But anywho, and Lamb Dog, you damn shit disturber. Let me punch up your video here. Let me find a spot where you said something that I have to say. Something. In your seatbelt law, it's all about money, dude. It's about hundreds of millions of dollars worth of money.
Are somehow greater than the other man. But when we begin to pass these laws...
Okay, whoa. Yeah, there's a good spot right here.
Something needs to be brought into balance. Alright, fine. But when we begin to pass these laws that reach into a man's esteem,
let me finish this real quick before I say something.
it's not good. It's just not good.
First off, reach into a man's esteem. How do you know that reaches into their esteem? Because I can tell you right now, I know about 20 of them don't give a fuck. I've never met a felon that gave a fuck. They don't. They don't care. You don't understand it because you're not a felon. Okay? I applaud you for not understanding. I'm glad you don't. I really am. I'm really glad you don't. And it kind of goes back to shall not be infringed. Why is he saying just kill the fuckers? Or castrate them? Because he knows them. But anywho, that really wasn't the one. Actually, I did this. This is the second or third time I've done this video, and the first times I tried to find that one, but I couldn't find it. I'm kind of glad I stumbled on it. I tried to do a response this morning, but shit, pain, all that other shit was going on. But here, let's go to the other part. But no, you mentioned laws. Okay, let's keep that. You're mentioning passing laws. Okay. So, let's keep that, because I want to keep that in a little box right now, okay? We're going to put that in, and we're going to put that in, and we're going to pull it out here in a few minutes. But let's get there.
And, what a better way to put it than better to live for such a method. But the problem is you go too far. Because what you do, when you tack on these laws and you tack on these...
Okay, here we go.
For such a method. But the problem is you go too far. Because
okay.
What you do, when you tack on these laws and you tack on these directives, you're imagining...
I'm not going to finish this one, but this goes with the other thing in the box, okay? In the box, okay? I wish I had one right here. It goes in a box. This is a common theme that I've noticed from everybody's videos, and in the box. Don't worry, we're going to open the box. And it might even be Pandora's, who knows.
What the logical process of the behavior of another is.
Don't ever say logical process of the behavior of another when you're talking about a felon. Don't do that.
So,
Again, that goes back to why Sean Abbey and French just said kill him.
I get the idea of a community wanting to be safe, but how is a community safe when it has the ability to force its will on someone? It doesn't make sense to me. It does not compute.
Okay. What gives a right for a community to force its will on others to make themselves feel safe? Alright. Well, what gives others the right to enforce its will on a community over and over and over again in a violent or felonious way with no replication or what happens when they violate somebody else's rights and the only thing they do is get thrown in jail? They don't get any rights violated. Not as much as these. I mean, look at some of these people. They're maimed, they're fucking killed, they're raped, they're victimized, everything. A lot of these crimes, this lives with people all their life, even if it's a BNE, breaking and entering. They had family valuables stolen. This is shit that doesn't just fucking go away the next day. This is lifelong shit. Okay? So what gives them to inflict a potential lifelong deal on someone? But they can't want something back in return. When laws don't stop those people from doing bad things, the laws are going to have to get tougher. Is it your fault, lamb dog, that they don't listen? Hold on. Remember that box. We're going to get to it. And it doesn't compute because, again, yeah, I'm glad it doesn't compute. Really, I'm glad it doesn't.
And I think the people who are for it, perhaps, by some means, don't feel that they're subject to it. They see themselves somehow as immune to it, perhaps.
Yeah, why wouldn't I? When I wake up in the morning, I get up, and it takes me about 5 minutes to get up onto my feet because I gotta roll over, stop, process the pain information, roll over, stop, process pain information, roll over, stop, process pain information. You get the idea. And then I gotta get up, roll over, 1 foot down, whatever, start going up, and then I gotta hobble to the bathroom, scratch my nuts, take a piss, be pissed off of it in fucking pain. Knees are bent, I'm fucking like wanting to fall over. I walk over to my desk, I grab my pills, and I'm pissed off I have to take the pills. But then I'm pissed off that they're not working fast enough. Or at all. And I'm starting to, do my morning and turn on my work computer and do all this other bullshit. Why the fuck am I afraid of being a felon? What the fuck do I do? Now, I won't talk about what I've done in my life, because yes, there was a time before I got married and everything else that I did some very stupid fucking shit. And I could have been in prison for a very fucking long time. Matter of fact, I'm still in a gang book in California and everything else just because I got a brand on my arm. Well, not just because. People talk about being pulled over by cops, but I'm seriously saying that they have no idea what really police harassment is. And when you get pulled over almost every fucking night, when you get pulled over every night at gunpoint, I earned it. Okay? It wasn't the cops' fault. I earned it. Okay, I was doing stupid shit. They knew I was doing stupid shit. They wanted to bust my fucking ass. I was smart enough. No, 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 no. I was lucky enough that I was 2 steps ahead of them. But I knew that luck was going to run out. And luckily, somebody talked me into pulling my head out of my ass. At the same time, I went to a gun shop, Gates Resale in Chico, California, a pawn shop. Took my 700 Remington 7mm that I got for $250 brand new at Kmart because they mismarked it. They thought it was a 22. Well, they marked it as a 22. And after I bought it, it was too late. They had to give me at that price. I ended up making money pawning the thing. Even though I didn't want to pawn it, I had to because shit was becoming real on a couple levels. When I was talking to the guy, I thought I could just come back, pick it up, pay for it, pick it up. And then he informed me, no, there's a background check. I just got put in a gang book, and I hadn't just, I'd been in a gang book and all this other bullshit. So, at that time I didn't know the gang book if it was going to affect that or not. But there was a couple other things. So yeah, one of the biggest reasons I stopped doing all that bullshit was because of my gun rights. So, it does do a deterrent on some people. Some. Well, unfortunately, the majority of the felons are still there. There always will be. Because they don't want to be anything else. My high school graduating class had 22 people. 21, 22, 21, 22, something like that. 4 are dead. 8 of us have made it. We're still not in prison. The rest are in prison. So essentially half the class is in prison. The guy that broke my back was one of them. Went to high school with. 30 to life, 20 to life. You ain't getting out. Do I think he should have a gun? Fuck no. No. But let's open up that box here. Let's get to the root of the problem. Just back up. Grab the box. Open a box and talk about those little laws and stuff. People are afraid of not felons not being able to have guns, but the law is becoming weak enough that anybody can qualify to being a felon. That's what the problem is. Do something about those laws. Fight them. Now, you can't fight them after the fact. You gotta fight them before the fact. I still haven't seen these mysterious laws that are like anybody can get a felony for. I mean, there's a lot of bullshit on here that is a bunch of bullshit. Like people talking about, oh yeah, you smoke a weed and you go to prison and all this other bullshit. You go to prison for having pounds of weed. Don't go to prison for a fucking joint. Most marijuana crimes, you'll get let out if you take your class and everything. They'll expunge the record. I know many people that have had that. Fuck, my brother just had it, and he just got a government contract job for electrical. And trust me, they did a damn thorough background check on him because he's working on a government building. He had it all expunged. Gone. This was only a few years ago. All gone. He can buy a gun. Even though He was convicted at that time. All done. Gone. And most of those are. If you go to prison in California, you'd be lucky you get 40% of your time. Lucky if you do. Most of the time you get less. As long as you can finish up your parole and everything, a lot of those crimes get automatically wiped off. So what else can you get your guns taken away for? Let's see, being a stalker. Well, gee, you're fucking good there. Fuck that bullshit. They don't need it either. Or being a woman beater. Oh, there's another fucking class that needs guns. And a mental defect. There's another class that needs guns. So, Lambdog, I don't see you in any of those classes. I don't see you breaking a felony unless you're doing some crazy shit I don't know about. So, I know that there's these mysterious new laws that people talk about on here that I can never fucking find on the internet. I can never find the real deal. So, unless somebody puts down the actual civil code or, penal code or whatever of it, I don't believe them anymore. But if they're that easy, if that law is that fucked up, then fight the fucking law. In most states, it only costs like $300 to $500 to start a suit. You don't have to go to the Supreme Court. Matter of fact, you can't even go to any of these high courts until you've gone from the bottom court. So you get a lawyer, retainer, maybe a couple hours, or you get a lawyer that's on board because he's a gun owner. You get a group together and go. Everybody likes to complain about shit on here, but they'll never go and try to fix it. Oh. I'm not afraid when I wake up in the morning, or what I do. Nothing out there, no reason right now to be afraid. I'm not afraid of the world fucking ending. I'm not afraid of the United States collapsing. I'm not afraid of WROL or any of that other shit. I got other things to worry about. Like real things. Like, I don't know, trying to get more than 4 hours sleep a night. Real shit. Helping out the economy by buying gadgets. But anywho, yeah, I think the real problem was what was in the box, not anything else. The box is what scared you.